Good morning, Fellowship Hi-Crest. This is Jill Rice with you today for your morning Jumpstart in Exodus chapter 32. We are at the point in the Exodus story where Moses is on Mount Sinai receiving instruction from God for leading the Israelites and how they are supposed to commune with him. And the Israelites are at the bottom of Mount Sinai and they are tired of waiting. They are unsure if God is real now, unsure about this Moses guy, and decide that they want real gods and ask for an idol to be made for them. And then they start worshiping this idol that looks a lot like the Egyptian god Apis. And God is angry with them. He tells Moses about it. Moses intercedes on their behalf. He comes down. He questions Aaron and his leadership. Aaron evades and tries to minimize the situation. Moses still has to lead a group of people to punish the ones that were leading this rebellion. And so we see, instead of God totally wiping out the Israelites, still a smaller directed punishment. And then we see at the end of the story, Moses going back up on Mount Sinai and saying, I'm going to go back and petition to God and ask and beg for his forgiveness. And this is what I love about Moses' character and his leadership here. He understands the magnitude of what the Israelites have done, and he gets what Aaron has missed. It says in verse 30, the next day, Moses said to the people, you have committed a terrible sin, but I will go back up to the Lord on the mountain. Perhaps I will be able to obtain forgiveness for your sin. So Moses returned to the Lord and said, oh, what a terrible sin these people have committed. They have made gods of gold for themselves. But now, if you will only forgive their sin, but if not, erase my name from the record you have written. Y'all, Moses wasn't the one that created the golden calf. Moses wasn't the one that was worshiping the golden calf. Moses wasn't the one that had abandoned God. But Moses cared so much for the people that he was leading that when he goes to God and petitions and asks God to forgive his people, he says, I'm willing to give up my own place in your book of life, in your eternity with you. God, I understand that what they've done is horrible and it should separate them from you forever. That's what they deserve. But I'm asking you in your mercy and forgiveness to not do that. And I care about them so much, and I know that, God, you care about them so much that I'm willing to give up what you, like my place in eternity for them. Like that is huge. And for me, that shows Moses's reflection of God's heart for his own people. He'd spent enough time with God to know that that was God's real heart for his own people and what he's petitioning God for. And we see that in God's character over and over again of saying, yes, I will forgive. I will forgive. As you come and you ask for forgiveness and you understand the magnitude of what you've done to separate yourself from me forever, I will forgive and I will welcome you back in. I've made a way. God made a way for us. So I'm just asking you, friends and family, how are you going and petitioning for those people in your life to God? Are you going and petitioning to God for them, loving them where they're at, but not letting them stay where they're at? Are you doing it with the grace and passion that Moses has in this story? Thanks for joining us today. Continue to power up, pour in, and spill out